Hey Leo, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're enjoying your December thus far. So I want to go ahead and get into your messages and see what Spirit wants you to know. I'm going to leave it open-ended for the month of December. What do you need to know? What's the most important message or messages that needs to be conveyed to you? So Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, please let me know for Leo. What is it that they need to know at this time? We got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's see what else we have. So 10 of Earth, which is the 10 of Pentacles in the stack. I don't know if it'll focus or not, but we got the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Earth in this deck. We also have the 4 of Air, which is the 4 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups, which is the Queen of Water in this deck. I'm hearing the word rebar. Rebar. Which rebar typically is used as steel reinforcement for some kind of structure. So I don't know if somebody's doing something on their home, whether you own your home, or maybe you're in real estate investing, or you're in real estate. Maybe you're looking at a new home. Something needs to be reinforced though. And typically you use rebar for some kind of structure, again, to add reinforcement. And I think it's so interesting that I'm getting that phrase or the word rebar, because the 10 of Pentacles is in the reverse. So this is your foundation. This is your stability. This is it could be your literal home. But this is what makes you feel secure, your security. So it's like, you ever had that? I know I'm not trying to sound wild for this, but you ever had that feeling just energetically, you felt kind of like a live wire, just something just feels like a little bit, I don't want to say off, but like, your nerves, something about your nerves here, your nervous system. I don't know if your nerves is bad. Maybe you got something that's messing with your nerves. Maybe you're dealing with some kind of anxiety. But it comes back to your literal stability. Something about your stability, I think, is giving you some form of anxiety or making your nerves feel jittery. That's the word, jittery. I'm feeling like somebody's nerves is jittery because your security, whether that's your financial security of your literal home, maybe your job security, something about it feels like it's not stable at this time. And I think that's where I'm hearing rebar, because something needs to be reinforced. I think, Leo, you're at a position of, and you have been, that's what I have to highlight. You have been trying to reinforce your infrastructure or reinforce stability in your life, whether it's trying to better your finances, get a different job, trying to move, if you got something going on with your little home, trying to figure out what could be done or what needs to be done to add further structure, to add further reinforcement. Why is this weird though? You know, that's what's kind of rubbing me a little like off here. Because it's like you're doing the best you can with what you got, but I can still tell emotionally, even though we're trying to play it calm, cool, and collected, especially to the outside world, and especially even with ourselves, it's like, okay, I'm not trying to think about it. I know this is my situation. I can only do the best of what I have. I can only do so much. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to reassure stability in my life. I'm trying to fix the foundation or the structure of a specific area in my life. So it's like you're not trying to overthink it. You're not trying to be in your head about it too much. It's almost like the saying, let go and let God, right? It's like, I'm gonna let go and I'm gonna let the universe take care of it. I've done all that I could. I've put in the footwork. I've put in the effort. I've put in the hustle, whatever this may have been. And it's like, after that, all I can do is just throw my hands up. But I think emotionally though, even though we may be telling ourselves, you know what, I'm gonna let go and let God, let spirit handle it, or on the outside world, we're trying to play it calm, cool, collected. Emotionally, it's stirring up some form of imbalance, hypersensitivity. It's like, how can you really be emotionally comfortable when your security ain't really right? How can you be emotionally content when your foundation, whether it's your career, your finances, your home, something of that nature, is just not necessarily on stable ground? So I get it. I get you, but it's still energy. Why is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? Tell me more about this really quick, Spirit. We got the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So mentally, you know you're not stuck to the situation that you're in. You know it's either just a matter of time, a matter of chance, a matter of opportunity. For some, you may feel like it's just a matter of when and not if. We're not trying to be in our head about this, but we're keeping quiet about it. Who are you going to? I feel like I've asked you this before, but Leo, who are you going to talk about this? It feels like you're keeping this hush hush. It feels like you're keeping this to yourself. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles, which is the 6 of Earth, and then we got the 7 of Cups, of course. It's like you're taking it one day at a time. You're taking it one day at a time. That's what comes to mind immediately. Okay. If I was to put it kind of cards aside, Leo, I think you're dealing with instability in some sort. Again, this feels more material based, 3D based. Again, whether it's your finances, career, your home, your living situation, could be even family, just things that are tangible in your reality. There's some form of instability here. And it's interesting because in our mind, we can fantasize about how things are going to look when we're on the other side, right? So how things are going to look for ourselves when we get our finances to where we want to be, or how things are going to look for ourselves when we got our home situation settled, or how things are going to look for us when we're actually in a career that is very meaningful to us, that values us, that appreciates us, and we actually really enjoy working in. So it's like you on a daily basis. It's like you're putting in to get something out of it. You're putting in the efforts and the footsteps to get the rewards and the return out of it, even if it's in the long term, or even if it's not immediately shown results. You know that it's based on your daily actions. What you're doing, it's going to pour back into you at some point. But I can't not deny something about this, just still the confidence here. It's like we can have all the faith and determination within ourselves, but are we really, really confident? And even though we could tell ourselves we are, when the reality doesn't necessarily match the vision that we have for ourselves, it's hard to stay true in that confidence if we don't have the reassurance that we are going to be assured that this is going to be a certain outcome for ourselves. But yet we still get up, we still put in to get something out. We still hold on to that idea of what it's going to look like on the other side. I think that's what's getting us through right now. It's not the uncomfortability or the instability of our reality, but what's really pushing us through is the idealization of what it's going to look like once we are on the other side. That's what it feels like you're dealing with. Something still feels off. Let me go one more layer deeper here. Tell me, Spirit, why is this important for Leo to know at this time? Can you tell me? We got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So let me show you. I don't know if you can see, the lighting's like kind of cruddy, but Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, but then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is all your material world. It's like that meme. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like a meme of a guy digging and digging and digging. And then right where he was close to touching the gold that's buried, he stops and gives up before he actually touches the gold. That's what this reminds me of. I'm not saying, Leo, you're going to give up on yourself. I'm not saying that you're going to stop going towards where you need to be, right? This idealization of what it's going to be like on the other side. I think this is split two ways. I think for some, a part of it of not putting in the work on a daily basis and then hoping and knowing that it's going to give back to you at some point. I think, again, we could be a little frustrated, a little discouraged, feeling like our efforts aren't really paying off, but you're like right there. Like I said, I got that vision of that meme. But on the flip side of this may be people or a person that you are dealing with that is making this difficult for you to get that stability that you're looking for. So maybe we're applying to a lot of jobs and we're not hearing back, and the hiring managers is not wanting to call us, so it's making the process difficult to land a job. Or maybe we got some stuff tied up financially and we need to better our finances, but other people may be involved with our finances that's making it difficult. Or maybe we have a living situation going on and we're struggling in some sense around that, and there's other people that's involved that is holding up the process of us getting the idealized living situation. It's something material. So if it's not you being, and again, I don't see you blocking yourself. I just think we can be maybe discouraged, feeling a lack of confidence, feeling like, okay, I'm doing all this, but for what? Is it really going to pay off, even though we're telling ourselves that it will, but like for what? Or this is somebody else. What's the result on this? The Three of Swords. One more. In the world. I like it. Some of y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say. Some of y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say. I'm gonna just be straight. I'm gonna be a sharpshooter and just give it to you straight, no chaser. Because it's reality. Some of you, it may get worse before it gets better. That is just really how it is. It's a general reading. So, of course, not everybody's going to get the upswing of a situation. That is just life. For some of you, it may get worse when it comes to your stability before it gets better. But for others of you, this is like, okay, you've gone through it enough. Time to close that. Time to close this chapter out. Time for you to get what you are deserved. Time for you to get what you are owed. Time for that stability to come in. Time to close out that chapter. So definitely, if you've been dealing with some instability for some time, it does feel like that cycle is getting ready to wrap up. But if you're just in the thick of it, or you're just now entering into a space of instability, you might have some more time to go dealing with that before things get better. But the thing about that is, life is cyclical. So you won't be in that period forever. It may feel like it while you're going through it. It's uncomfortable. I know it personally, but it's never going to remain the same. That's the beauty about it. And I don't want to say lessons. I think that's very cliche. You know, oh, it's a lesson, it's a lesson, it's a lesson. I mean, everything in life is a damn lesson at this point. It really is. But I like the world, because this is going to set you up for a trajectory that I think even in your own mind of how you may idealize what things will look like on the other side, you won't even be able to be prepared for actually how great it's going to be for you on the other side. It's like in our mind, when we try to quantify what we want once we get there, even in our own mind, or even in our own imagination, we still play it small in comparison to how massive or how monumental the actual outcome is going to be for us. We can only see from a certain view, but spirit is seeing the whole picture. We see from a micro lens, spirit sees from a macro lens. So even in our own idealization, once we get our stability under our feet, our mind can only comprehend on a small plane. Spirit, with that world though, this is like spirit. When you do get out on the other side, things are going to unfold for you much better than you expected. We may have just wanted a job to have a job, just to have something under our feet. And now once you close out that cycle, instead of a job, Spirit's blessing you with a career with purpose that's making you X amount of money that you wouldn't even expect it. It's like that. So I hope this makes sense, Leo, because in December, again, you're going through some of you in the month of December, it may have to get a little worse before it get better. I'm just being honest. For others of you, if you've been through this process, you've been in the thick of this for some time, December, you'll start to see things clear up. You'll start to see some movement here. But it's the outcome of it. It's much greater than you can expect. Much greater. Maybe it's a home situation. Last example, home situation. It's just like, you know what? I just want a roof under my head, or I just want a better home. And here comes Spirit blessing you with the house and a home that's much greater than what you even could envision or even imagine for yourself. That's what this feels like. So again, Leo, I hope this resonates in some capacity. Just know I love you. You take care. You be well. And bye.